Students, we are studying the chapter The Happy Prince, and in the previous video we have studied that how the prince, with the help of Swallow, gave that ruby to a poor woman. So students, now we know that king that prince was asking for one more help from the swallow. Now from here, dear prince, we will study. Dear prince, said the swallow, I cannot do that, and he began to weep. That swallow became emotional and he refused the offer made by the prince. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. Then again the prince requested the swallow that do according to my command. So the swallow plucked out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's garret. So, what was the order? What was the command? To pluck out the sapphire from the prince's eye. So, the swallow did the same and swallow flew away to the young man. It was easy enough to get in, as there was a hole in the roof. So it was not a difficult task for swallow to get in that place because there was a hole in the roof. Through this he darted and came into the room. Through that he entered and he get into the room. The young man had his head buried in his hands, so he did not hear. So the young man was lying. The young man was just sitting, and his head was buried in his hands. And he was, because of that, he was not able to hear the flutter, hear the voice of the wings of the bird. And when he looked up, he found the beautiful sapphire lying on the withered violets. So, what he saw when he woke up, he saw there was a beautiful sapphire. I am beginning to be appreciated, he cried. So, he thought that someone has presented that sapphire as an appreciation to him. This is from some great admirer. So he was just thinking, that's my great admirer, my well-wisher has given me this. Now I can finish my play. And he looked quite happy. Now he decided that he was going to finish his play and he became very happy. The next day the swallow flew down to the harbor. Then next day swallow flew down to the harbor. He sat on the mast of a large vessel and watched the sailors working. So what he was doing, he sat on a mast of the ship and he was watching the sailors. They were working. I am going to Egypt, cried the swallow, but nobody minded, and when the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. Now he just cried that now I am going to Egypt, now I am going to Egypt. But no one paid attention to him because that was a little bird. And at night when moon came, he flew back to the happy prince. I have come to bid you goodbye, he cried. Then he told the prince that I have come to say goodbye to you. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, will you not stay with me one night longer? Then again, swallow, the prince, he asked the swallow again that won't you spend one more night with me here? And then swallow answered, it is winter and the snow will soon be here. In Egypt the sun is warm on the green palm trees and the crocodiles lie in the mud and look lazily about them. So he said, it is winter here. We are supposed to migrate to Egypt. In warmth we must go. In the square below, said the happy prince, there stands a little match girl. She has let her matches fall in the gutter, and they are all spoiled. Her father will beat her if she does not bring home some money, and she is crying. So now, again, prince has started telling her a new thing. He said, there is a girl down there, and she was a match girl. She used to sell matches. So, but her matches, they fell in a gutter and they all are spoiled. And she is crying bitterly because if she will not took money to her house, her father will beat her. She has no shoes, no stockings, and her little head is bare. pluck out my other eye and give it to her, and her father will not beat her. Then again he said, she is so poor, she doesn't have any shoes, she doesn't have any stocking in this winter, and her head is also bare. You just do one thing, pluck out my other eye also and give this sapphire to her. She will give that to her father, and her father will not beat her. I will stay with you one night longer, said the swallow, but I cannot pluck out your eye. You would be quite blind then. Then the swallow said, okay, it's fine that I am going to stay with you one more night, but I am not going to pluck your eye, because if I will do so, you will become blind. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. So, swallow, the prince again asked the swallow to do according to his command. So he plucked out the prince's other eye and darted down with it. He swooped past the match girl and slipped the jewel in the palm of her hand. Then, what the swallow did? Swallow passed that sapphire to the girl's hand. What a lovely bit of glass, but she was not able to understand that what was that. She was just calling it a bit of glass. She cried happily and she went to her house. Then the swallow came down to the prince. You are blind now, he said, so I will stay with you always. Then Swallow said to the to the prince, that prince, now you are blind. I am going to stay with you forever. No, little swallow, said the poor prince, you must go away to Egypt. Then poor prince, that sad prince, he said, no, little swallow, there isn't any need to stay here. You should go to Egypt. No, I will stay with you always. But the swallow said, no, prince, I am going to stay with you only, said the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet. All the next day he sat on the prince's shoulder and told him the stories what he had seen in strange lands. So after the night, day came, and in the daytime the swallow sat on prince's shoulder and told him all the stories of what he was watching. Dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, but more marvelous than anything is the suffering of men and women. So the prince said to the little swallow, that swallow, little swallow, you are telling me beautiful stories, but more beautiful stories will be that than anything is the suffering of men and women. If you tell me about the suffering of men and women, that will be good. There is no mystery so great as misery. Fly over my city, little swallow, and tell me what you see there. Then the prince asked the swallow to fly over the city and tell what was going on there. So the swallow flew over the great city and saw the rich making merry in their beautiful houses, while the beggars were sitting at the gates. So when swallow flew over the city, swallow noticed that rich people, they are happily they are dancing in their beautiful houses, but beggars, they are sitting at the gates. He flew into dark lanes, in dark streets also he flew, and saw the white faces of starving children, and he saw there that children are starving because of hunger. And under the archway of the bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arms to try and keep themselves warm. So there was poverty everywhere. People were suffering. How hungry we are. They were, those two boys, those who were lying under the bridge, they were also hungry. They were cold and hungry. You must not lie there, shouted the watchman, and they wandered out into the rain. Then the watchman came there and he asked them to go away from that place. And now they are wandering in the rain. They are suffering. So students, up to here only we will study today, and in the next video we will take up the rest of the chapter. Revise the chapter thoroughly. Thank you students. Have a nice day.